What's up, people? I'm gonna try to make a case for MK11 in this video. And this is kind of something that I realized yesterday when I've been making constant compares between MK and Street Fighter 5 because I'm having so much fun playing Street Fighter 5, especially with the losses, because in Street Fighter 5 it's a little bit more clear why I'm losing when I'm playing my specific character. And this is kind of the argument that I want to make for MK11 today, that I think I went into this game wrong. Now, what do I mean by I think I went into this game wrong? Well, it's quite simple, actually. So in Street Fighter, Sakura has a... Well, every character has like a decent anti-air. Some characters, they have to air, because their anti-airs aren't as consistent, which is very similar to MK11. So Sakura has a anti-air in her down, or her crouching heavy punch, which it knocks them out of the air, but it doesn't really guarantee too many things. It's kind of the same thing in MK. In MK, there's a lot of characters that when they combo you, I don't even know if I remember his combo. Yeah, when they combo you, your opponent, when they get comboed and you get Oki, right? Well, you don't get Oki. That's actually the big issue that I had with this game. You know, you got people mashing every single time you try to go for Oki, because of invincibility frames, because of wake-up attacks, because of whatever. It's the biggest complaint in this game, from pros. One of the biggest complaints. Well, the mistake that I was making when I went in was I wasn't playing top tiers, and I think that's what led me to stop playing the game, because the thing is, depending on the character that you play in MK11, you will get different results against different characters. So, or different players. So for example, if I'm playing Cabal and I do this, I don't really get, like, I'm plus 15 here, but most people are gonna either mash, or they're gonna backward roll, or they're gonna whatever, right? But if I'm playing Kotal Khan, fuck if I can even remember any of his shit. If I'm playing Kotal Khan and I get them with this, if they try to backward roll or anything, there's a high chance I can catch them with forward too. Or at least get them to block, right? So let me have him do backward roll. So if I do this, right? I can catch him with forward too. Now, why is this important? Well, this is important because this is one of the main issues that I had with this game, is that you'd knock someone down and they just would not fucking block. They would do anything but block. And Kotal would have been the perfect example of answering this problem. If I had just simply picked Kotal, dropped Melina, dropped Frost, and just used Kotal specifically for people who did that, I would have had a much better chance of dealing with opponents in this game, and I would have gotten the win more consistently. So yeah, I am in a sense blaming my character, because as far as I'm concerned, my character is what was limiting me in the Oki mind game, right? Because eventually, once they realize you're gonna forward to their ass, they're gonna stop. You know, you're gonna condition them to stop always trying to get out of your pressure on Oki. So Kotal would have been a great answer to this problem. And that's the Oki system. So now anti-airs, same thing. Like if I had picked Frost or Noob Saibot or anyone with a really good down low profiling anti-air, I would have been able to deal with people who jumped all the time. You know, I would have been able to react like a DP with Noob, and I would have been able to get a full combo with Frost, right? And you saw that at the end of my gameplay in MK11. I was generally anti-airing people with down 3 or, you know, her projectile, an auger, and people weren't jumping at me as much. And this kind of hit me because what I realized in Street Fighter is like, yeah, you get anti-airs in Street Fighter, but certain characters get more damage off their anti-airs. You know, certain characters, they have to air. Now, I'm not saying that characters don't have anti-airs in Street Fighter. They do. This game there's certain characters that, like, you go for an anti-air and you're literally risking your life. And in Street Fighter, I don't know if that's generally the case yet, but the thing that I do know is that their anti-airs are more reliable. But that didn't really matter when I came into this game. What I should have done when I went into this game is I should have saw, okay, well, what am I struggling with here? Oh, this person jumps too fucking much. Alright, I need to switch to Noob Saibot and anti-air him. I should have had basically an arsenal of characters, right? Because then that player might be, you know, start to do the Oki bullshit, right? Well, then I should have went to Kodal, because Kodal would punish you with forward 2 no matter what you did on Oki. You know, and then, you know, I could have started the game maybe with like Cabal or Katana. They're more well-rounded. They're kind of like the Sakuras of this game, where they have really good damage, really good mids, you know, really decent space control. At least with Cabal, when you're using his upgraded version, you've got advantage to space control when you're in the air. Katana just has really good solid damage. She has decent buttons. She has ways to keep your opponent out. And, you know, as soon as someone hits me with, oh, I'm not going to block on Wake Up, I go to Kodal. Or they hit me with, oh, I'm just going to jump all fucking day 24/7. Then I would go to Noob. You know, things like that. I think this is really important. I think this is what will make you be better if you're still playing MK11. Think about this. Do not have character loyalty in this game. It is going to fuck you in the ass unless you're playing top tier characters. Play characters that have an answer to the problem that you're dealing with. So then that way you can deal with the problem easier, because in this game, you don't really get rewarded trying to use your character to counter that specific playstyle. Like in Street Fighter, most of the anti-airs are consistent, but in this game that's not the case. So what you should do is you should pick a character with a strong anti-air so you can anti-air people who jump on you all the time. Now if you're having problems with Oki, you should pick a character that has strong Oki, or at least Oki that can deal with the numerous wake-up options in this game, like Kodal, Scarlet even, Devora. Those characters deal with Oki very, very well. So you would pick that character to counter that. And you'd basically counterpick. That's how I should have went into this game if I wasn't playing the top 5, right? If you're playing the top 5, just play the top 5. They generally have answers to everything. And then the last one is teching. It's just simply, you know, if you want to get good at any type of basic fighting game where throws are a big deal, teching is a huge thing. I think if you're still playing MK11, definitely focus on teching throws. You're taking myriads and myriads of risks by not teching throws and trying to go for down 2 crushing blows. Now, I'm a kind of intermediate player. I was not an advanced player when I played this game. I would say that as intermediate players, you'll get away with down 2 KBing people, but against advanced players, they're going to bait you out and they're going to punish you. Like if you've ever watched Foxy, he literally down 2 crushing blows, because he's just that good at understanding when people want to throw and when people are squirming, basically. So definitely learn how to tech. That would be the last thing I would say that I should have focused on really big, because I went into this game wrong. Now, does this mean I'm going to return to this game? Maybe in the future. Definitely compared to MKX or the current version of MK9, I would probably return to this game before those two, because those two games are just offense crazy fests. MK9, if it got a remaster, then I would consider it. But this game, it's still a solid game. It's just, I just felt like I wasn't learning anything when I played. I felt like I was just losing to things that I would only lose to in this game. You know, I'm already seeing in Street Fighter how I can improve and how the spacing game is played. And I encourage MK players to try to play Injustice 2 if they have access to it on console, because I think this will kind of teach them a little bit on how footsies plays. Because the fact that you can dash cancel in this game kind of eliminates the idea of footsies. But overall, I do think I went into this game wrong, and I do want to educate people on how they can still improve at this game. And that's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more. Have a good day.